Joining me now are Florida Republican Congressman Greg Steube. He is a member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Congressman, this report producing more evidence that Chinese manipulated this virus and the military rushed to cover it up. Your reaction?
Yeah, they absolutely did. And now we have an incredible amount of evidence to show that it came from the Institute of Virology in Wuhan. And what's sad about this is it's taking Republicans in a committee to investigate this and get information from all different sources all across the world to do our own investigation, because the Biden administration has failed and continues to fail to investigate where this virus came from. You're not hearing anything about that. Democrats on Capitol Hill aren't doing anything about it. Millions of people worldwide have died because of COVID. Over 600,000 people in the United States have died because of COVID, and we're not doing an investigation on it. All while Nancy Pelosi wants to investigate everything that happened on January 6th, where only one person was shot, but we don't want to investigate the deaths of millions of people in the world and over 600,000 people in the United States. It blows your mind that our Congress, led by Democrats, don't want to take action here that has been such a major pandemic in our lifetime.
You know, and also, too, if you dig into the report, which I know that you've already read it, and you're right. I mean, 4.4 million people are dead around the world thanks to this virus. We should maybe find out exactly where it came from. But the other thing was, was this doctor, Shi Zhengli, the Bat Lady. We know her as the Bat Lady. She basically initially denied that she worked at all with the military. Come to find out of this report, the military kind of descended on that lab in the fall of 2019. I mean, this is well before COVID was even a word, even floated out into the world. And this is where now we're finding out that the Chinese were so far ahead of this. And I think it's also disappointing that the accountability, I mean, they're never going to acknowledge, in my opinion, maybe yours too, that they actually manipulated this virus. By the way, with money that they got from Dr. Anthony Fauci, to be clear here.
Yeah, from Dr. Fauci and our taxpayer dollars that went to fund gain-of-function research at Wuhan. And what's an interesting fact is this was happening as early as September 12th of 2019, where there was a sudden removal of Wuhan Institute of Virology's virus and sample database in the middle of the night without explanation. So I think that they knew back in September of 2019, and then it was in October of 2019 with the Military World Games, where it was spread all across the world. It happened there at Wuhan, and then as those military competitors traveled back to their host countries, it was spread across the world as early as October. But I think they knew about it as early as September of 2019 and didn't tell anybody at WHO or other people that partaked in the games or whatsoever about what was going on.
Yeah, and also, too, people that were working at the lab were getting on buses, they were getting on mass transit, and spreading it that way as well. Why, in your opinion, do you think that the Democrats don't want to hear this? Why are they? I get the party line, we're waiting on the full report from the administration. Fine, fair enough. But, why not acknowledge this report now? Why not talk about it now?
Because Biden's beholden to China and the Democrats are somehow beholden to China. Anything that we want to do to investigate China, to talk about Chinese aggression, to talk about the Chinese Communist Party, we get shut down in the Democratic-led House. Why is that? I can't explain why they do what they do, but there's obviously something that they have, that the Chinese Communist Party has on Biden and the Democrats, because they refuse to investigate anything that happens over there. They refuse to investigate all sorts of incidents that we have as it relates to Chinese aggression, all while people are dying and we want to know what the source of all this was. It's absolutely mind-boggling that we don't want to do an investigation. I mean, we're over a year and a half after this started in our country and the lockdown started in our country, and we still have no direct answers as to where this came from, what happened, and how it was spread across the country and the world.
And to make sure this never happens again.
Absolutely.
Wow. Congressman Greg Steube. Congressman, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, keep us posted on that report.